In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Galaxy Watch 8 Classic with a Samsung phone. So to start, we're going to turn on our watch. And to do that, you're going to want to find the buttons. And you're going to want to press the top button, the one above the little orange circle. We're going to press and hold this until we see the Samsung logo appear. So I'm going to press and hold. I'm going to keep holding, and now I can let go. So this is going to go through the little startup process here on the watch. And we're going to let it finish until we move on to the next step. So the first time you turn on your watch, you're going to see this little welcome screen, very colorful. And here on the watch, it says this is a Galaxy Watch 8 Classic, and check for a pairing pop-up on your Galaxy phone. If you don't see the pop-up, connect in Galaxy Wearable or Bluetooth settings. You can also scroll here and change the language, tap to get more help, or tap if you need other accessibility options like increasing the font size or things like that. So it looks like I don't have a pop-up here on my phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the Galaxy Wearable app. So to do that, I need to go to the Play Store. So that's where you get all your apps. So this is the icon. I'm going to go ahead and tap on it. And here I'm going to tap on Search on the bottom. And up here, I'm going to tap in the search bar. Now I'm going to type in Galaxy Wearable. And you might get it showing up in the search results here right away, Galaxy Wearable app. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on that. And this first thing is just an ad. So down here where it says Wear with the blue square icon, that is the app we want. And it should have 500+ million downloads and 1 million+ reviews. So I'm going to go ahead and tap here. And if you've never installed this, you'll probably tap here to say Install. And once you get it installed, go ahead and tap Open. All right, so I'm going to tap on this little circle here with some shapes in it. And then I'm going to tap on the plus sign. And it says scanning for devices to add. So I have a whole bunch of other Galaxy Watches paired to my device. But if I scroll down here, it says available devices, Galaxy Watch 8 Classic. So I'm going to tap on that. Now it's saying to check the number on your watch. These two numbers do match. They will most likely be different for you, although if it's the same, that'd be cool. And then go ahead and tap to confirm. All right, now we need to review some permissions here. So you need to agree to Samsung's terms and conditions. If you want to read those, you can tap here and scroll and read as you would like, but you will need to agree to those to use your watch. There's also a Galaxy Wearable privacy notice. So you can again tap here and read more, but again, you do need to tap and give permission for that. Now, sending of diagnostic data is optional. You can tap here to read more about what you're going to be sending. Basically, just if you want to help Samsung help you, you can enable that, but you can also just disable that. I'm going to leave that disabled for now. And you can also optionally agree to automatic updates for Galaxy Watch 8 Classic. If you do not want this to happen, like you really have a feature you like and you don't want it to go away unexpectedly, I would recommend manually doing your updates. But I personally am going to go ahead and leave this checked. So those are my selections. You go ahead and make yours and then go ahead and tap continue. All right, now we're asked to allow the app Watch Manager to access Galaxy Watch 8 Classic. So this app will be allowed to sync info like the name of someone calling and access these permissions on your phone. So you can tap here to see exactly what this all means. Like for phone, this is if you want to make and manage phone calls, SMS if you want to view text messages, contacts to make phone calls and text messages again. So I'm not sure if all of these are required, but it doesn't look like you can opt into only a few. So I guess you could say don't agree if you don't want any of these, but that might affect your setup. So if you really don't want to do that, you can try it with don't agree, but I'm going to go ahead and say agree because I'm assuming a lot of this will be required. And here it has found my main Google account. You can sign into the Google account on your watch to use Google Apps, download new apps, and use Find My Device. If you have a different account, you can tap here to choose another account. And I'm going to go ahead and say continue. It looks like it is required to have a Google account, so I'll go ahead and say continued. All right, so it looks like now I need to provide my fingerprint. All right, so now we have some Google Terms of Service. It says by continuing, you agree to the Google Terms of Service and the terms below. So looks like there are usage and diagnostic reports. If you don't want that, you can unselect that, it seems. And there's also location. Looks like this might have to do with Google Maps or things like that. I kind of err on the side for unchecking things, and then when I need them, usually you will get a prompt to turn them on if it's required. So I'm going to leave these unchecked. And it looks like we do have to automatically update. That's not an option, so I'll go ahead and say I agree. And it has some apps here that we can get started with. I personally just prefer to skip this and do this at a later time, but if you would want to add any of these apps that it is recommending, you can go ahead and do that now. I'm going to go ahead and say skip. And it looks like we have an automatic watch backup. So I'll go ahead and say next. It is checking for smart switch on my watch. That's the automatic backup. All right, so it's saying smart switch on watch uses these permissions. So this is for backing up your watch. It'll back up to your phone in case you need to restore from a backup in the future. So if you want these things to be backed up, you can go ahead and say allow. If you don't want to do that, you can say deny. I'm gonna go ahead and just say allow. All right, so it's found some backups from previous watches I've had. So I can choose one of these backups, or I can set up as a new watch. So today I'm gonna go ahead and set up as a new watch. And we can select a quick button action, or you can be reminded later. So this is the quick button here, the one that has the orange circle around it. So you can open my exercises. You can start a walk, start a hike, start a bike indoor. You can have it be a stopwatch, a flashlight, a water lock, camera controller, voice recorder. It looks like those are the only options, at least for now. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on open my exercises, but you can make a different choice here, and you can also change this in the future at another point. So I'm going to leave it with that and tap next. And set your wearing preferences. So this will help determine the orientation of the screen. So for example, if you say you want to have it on your left wrist, but you want the buttons on the left of the screen, now you can see that the display flips here, so that's very useful. I'm going to go ahead and leave it in the default positions though. And I'm going to go ahead and say next. You can track the stress on your vascular system. So it's just telling us about a new feature. So I'm going to go ahead and tap next. And understand your sleep for better rest. I'm going to go ahead and say next. And you have a take your running to the next level. Go ahead and say next. And we can also get help in emergency. So I'm going to go ahead and tap next. All right, and over here on the watch, it says you can take a tour of your watch. I'm going to go ahead and skip this for now because we can do this in another video. So I'm going to tap skip. If you found this video helpful, could you please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you want to see more Galaxy Watch videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.